We have a triangle on this grid. Remember that these are called the 4 quadrants on this graph, and you've been asked to reflect the shape across line 1, so that's your first mirror line, your first line of symmetry. Then you'll reflect that new shape across line 2. Then you need to record the coordinates of the final shape. The best way to do these is to use tracing paper. So we take a piece of tracing paper and we're going to trace over the triangle. Now we're going to take that piece of tracing paper and move it over to the other side. We're going to locate just one of those points. We don't have to worry about all of them, just one. And the best one to locate is the one nearest to the line of symmetry. We've located the same point on the shape that you've traced and on the original shape. And on your tracing paper, you're going to flip it round, so it becomes a reflection of the other side. Now we have to put it in the right place on the graph. Remember that the line of symmetry, the mirror line, isn't the y-axis. It's that green line, line 1. So we're going to first of all line it up so it's on the right line going across, and now we need to make sure it's the right distance away from the line of symmetry, line 1. If we look at the original triangle at that point that we've identified, we're going to see how far away that is from the line of symmetry, and it's 1, 2 squares away. That means that the reflection also has to be 2 squares away on the other side. 1, 2, so that point will go there. And we have the first reflection. Now we have to reflect this one across line 2. Again, the line of symmetry isn't on the x-axis, it's one above. So we're going to trace that again. Remember, it's not the exact same as the other one because it's the opposite way round, it's the reflection. Having traced that, we're going to locate the nearest point to the line of symmetry, find the point that's nearest to the line of symmetry on the original triangle and on the traced triangle, flip the traced triangle over, then see how far from the line of symmetry that point is in the original triangle. And it's 1 square away. So the reflection, that same point, will also be 1 square away on the other side. So our shape goes there. We've been asked to write the coordinates of that final triangle. So let's have a look at where those points are. Looking at the first one at the top, the coordinates are 3, 0. Looking at the one at the bottom, the coordinates are 3, minus 3. And the final one, the coordinates are 1, minus 2. Here's another one to try. If you want to pause the video and have a go at that first and then check your answer, that's fine. If you'd like to work through it as I go through it, that's fine too. We have the red triangle on the bottom left quadrant of the graph, and we need to reflect it across line 1, which is that green line there. Having done that, we're going to reflect the new shape across line 2, which is the vertical green line there. And finally, we're going to write the coordinates of the final triangle. So the first thing I'm going to do is trace that shape, and then I'm going to locate one of the points nearer to the line of symmetry. So I'm going to use this point here as the one to check where the shape needs to go. I'm going to move it over here, flip it round. Now I need to check exactly where I need to put that shape. So from that point that I've identified, count how many away that is from the line of symmetry. And remember that line 1 is the line of symmetry, not the x-axis. It's 1, 2, 3. So on my traced shape, I locate that same point, and that also needs to go 3 away from the line of symmetry. 1, 2, 3. So my triangle will go here. Now I have that triangle, I'm going to reflect it across line 2. I'm going to do the same thing, trace it. Now I'm going to use a different point I'm going to use this point here and move it over, flip it round, and then look at where that point is, how many away it is from the line of symmetry, and it's 1 square away. So my reflected shape, that point, will also be 1 square away from the line of symmetry. So my shape goes there. Finally, I need to write down the coordinates of the latest triangle. First point, here, that's 0 across the x-axis and 4 up the y-axis. So that's 0, 4. The next point, it's 3 across the x and 4 up the y. 3, 4. And the final point at the top is 1 across the x and 6 up the y. 1, 6. If you found this video helpful, please click the thumbs up button and subscribe to my channel.